it is time to rank the Trumbull Valley bases. I'm not going to rank the bases simply by reading out the specifications like every other video you see because you can do that yourself. I will rank them by testing their defensive capabilities. Not only that, but I will also give you tips about how to increase the defensive capabilities of each base. Testing all the bases of the game took me more than a month, which allowed me to learn a lot of new things. So definitely stay until the end, otherwise you will miss a lot of details. Now let's get to the guide and welcome to the channel. I will rank the bases on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 and 10 doesn't mean indefendable and impregnable bases. It means the worst and the best State of Decay 2 has to offer. Before getting into the base rankings, I definitely recommend that you pause the video and watch the critical base building tips now if you have not before. It is very important to watch to understand this video. Now let's start from the bottom of the list, the Fort Marshall. Here is how the base will be when we climb it, and here is how the base will be when it is completely repaired. Here is the location, and here are the specifications of the base. Now let's discuss its defensive capabilities. Even though it is a military base, Fort Marshall is in the bottom of the list mainly because the watchtowers and the game AI don't work very well together, and this base has 4 of them. During sieges, the tower defenders will have very poor line of sights inside the base, which leads to very bad teamwork. Here is a rough drawing of the watchtower coverage areas. The base does not have any portion that is covered by all 4 tower defenders, and only a tiny portion of the base is covered by 3 defenders. Since only 2 AI members will be defending the base on ground because of the rendering limitation, if they fight in the least covered areas, they probably will get killed. Keep in mind that when you get to this base in your first run, you might not have good guns for all your members. So this base got a defense rating of 4 after testing multiple sieges. But if you love this base so much, I have a very simple trick at the end of this video that will make this base one of the best in the entire game. So don't miss out. Number 4. The Pterodactyl Park. Here is how the base will be when we climb it, and here is how the base will be when it is completely repaired. Here is the location, and here are the specifications of the base. Now let's learn about its defensive capabilities. This is a small base with a lot of tight spots, so there is very little room for our base members to fight the zombies. Even if our base members try to work as a team, the different sections of the base can easily split them apart. After testing multiple sieges, this base got a defense rating of 6. But this base can be slightly improved by blocking the doors. I tried blocking different doors in different combinations, and the only way to make any difference is by funneling all the zombies through the back door by blocking the north and east doors. Because backside is the only place where we can find a decent fighting area, so doing that will increase its defense rating to 7. But it will be extremely inconvenient, so it is better to avoid this base if you are starting a fresh game in the Nightmare and Lethal difficulty settings. Number 3. The Tranquility Factory. Here is how the base will be when we climb it, and here is how the base will be when it is completely repaired. Here is the location, and here are the specifications of the base. Now let's take a look at its defensive capabilities. The huge advantage of this base is its open fighting area, so the base members will have enough room to dodge and fight the zombies. But since there is a large facility near the north door, if any juggernaut get through that door and enter the large facility, they can easily corner a base member inside, which may result in the death of a base member. So this base gets a defense rating of 7. To improve the base defense, the only thing we should do is block the north door to prevent any juggernaut from entering the large facility. And keep in mind that the juggernauts cannot enter the base through its side door, so it is unnecessary to block it. Additionally, keeping the side door open will secretly help the base with improving its defense. This factory building has an invisible wall that prevents the juggernauts from entering the building. And if our base members are fighting the zombies that are entering through the side door, they can safely shoot the juggernauts from inside the building. It does not always happen, but it is just an extra advantage of keeping the side door open. So once the north door is blocked, this base gets a defense rating of 8 if we don't consider the side door advantage. So this base is highly recommended if you are starting a fresh game in the harder difficulties at Trumbull Valley. Number 2. The Farmland Compound. Here is how the base will be when we climb it, and here is how the base will be when it is completely repaired. Here is the location, and here are the specifications of the base. Now let's discuss its defensive capabilities. The center of the base is where the fights mostly take place, and the teamwork is really great because of its plain structure. But since there will be a large facility in the exact center, juggernauts can easily corner our base members there. So this base gets a defense rating of 7.5. To improve the defense, I tried blocking different doors in different combinations and none of them made any difference. But still, the defense can be heavily improved in an alternative way. If you are a fan of staging area, you can build it in the middle slot to clear the line of sights, which will make the base extremely defensive with a rating of 9 out of 10. If you don't like staging area, just go with whatever the facility you prefer. Because when you get to this base in your fresh game, you probably will have some assault rifles and even 50 cal rifles. So even with few good guns, the base members can easily take care of the zombies because of great teamwork. The only thing we should not do is building a level 3 farm in the center slot, which will break the line of sights. And finally, number 1, the Daybreak Forward Operating Base. Here is how the base will be when we climb it, and here is how the base will be when it is completely repaired. Here is the location, and here are the specifications of the base. This base has some exclusive missions in which one of them will give us a free Red Talon contractor with demolition skill if we don't have the same skill in our community. Now let's learn about its defensive capabilities. It is a very small base but with a big fighting area in the middle. The problem is the base has 3 watchtower positions. Since the game AI is not ready for watchtowers, if zombies get close to the towers, the AI gets confused and become indecisive whether to stay in the top or at the bottom. So this base gets a defense rating of 7. But luckily, when we get to this base, all the facilities will be in incomplete condition. So if we leave the watchtower incomplete as it is, no one will be taking the watchtower positions and everyone will be fighting the zombies on ground with extraordinary teamwork, which will improve the defense rating to an incredible 10 out of 10. One of the best in the entire game. The incomplete watchtower will still provide its threat reduction, and the only thing we lose will be the Clio sniper support. But it doesn't matter because we can get back the sniper support by installing a Clio support transmitter in one of the facilities. Now let's get back to the Fort Marshall. You might already know what the secret is going to be. When we climb the base, all the built-in facilities will be in damaged condition, including the defense towers. So if we leave the defense towers in damaged condition, no one will be standing there and all of them will be defending the base on ground with extraordinary teamwork because the base offers a super large fighting area. Without the defense towers, the base scores an outstanding 10 points in the defense rating and becomes one of the best in the entire game. But if you already had repaired the watchtowers, move to the starter base and climb it again to get back the broken towers. Bases that score 9 points and above are totally good at handling massive sieges even without our input. The bases with 8 points are also totally good, so Haven device in those bases will just be wasting a large slot. Now you must learn about the other bases. Click here for the bases guide playlist and click here to learn the tips and tricks that you have never heard of before. And if you find this video super useful, subscribe to the channel because you know what the next 4 videos are going to be. We'll see you in the next guide.